Hi, it's Melissa from the Hug Strap and the Dirty Hillers and the Margaret Hooligans, easy for me to say. I'm here today to show you the second in my Intro to Fingerpicking series. This is going to be the second pattern in the series, and it's called the forward roll. It's using 4 fingers, so this time we're going to use index, I'm sorry, this is my thumb, thumb, index, middle, and ring finger. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start just by plucking open strings, and I want you to, again, I mentioned in my first video that you don't want to anchor that pinky. For the 3 finger picking pattern or other ones, it's okay to anchor it because it doesn't really get in your way, but once you get to that 4 fingers, you should be able to hover your fingers over the strings. So make sure that you're in the correct position. You want to take the middle of your forearm and just gently cradle your ukulele. You don't want to be pressing into it so hard that you feel like you're creating tension in your neck and shoulder and you're holding on to it for dear life. I do find that a strap is helpful at this point if you're standing or even when you're sitting, just because it helps take a little support. It just adds a little extra support so that you don't have to really feel like you're pressing hard on it, and you can just easily focus on what your fingers are doing, okay? So we're going to take our forearm, lightly press it in there. We're going to use our thumb first, and we're going to pluck that open G string. Then our index finger is going to get the C. Then our middle is going to get the E. Then our ring finger is going to get the A. And we're just going to keep doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to notice that the pinky is not hanging out here. It's staying up with all the other fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to slow it down just a little bit so our beginners can play along with this segment for me. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to speed it up just a tiny bit. Alright, and then once we've done that, I want you to add a chord to it. So let's try a D chord. We're going to take our fingers and we're going to place them here. So that would be index finger at the G string, middle finger at the, G string 2nd fret, I didn't mention that. Middle finger at the C string 2nd fret, and then this one's going to snuggle behind it, the ring finger on the 2nd fret E string, okay? Now, some of my students have asked me, if I can't make that shape with my fingers, what should I do? There's a couple other options if you're a little more dexterous with your index finger. You can try to do this, where you just bar the first 3 and you leave this one open. Now you'll notice mine sounds muted. That's because I can't really do it, but I have met people that seem to have a larger, first part of their index finger and can seem to be able to bend it better. So that's one way of doing it, all right? And then I also had somebody mention you could technically do it that way. Now I'm not sure I'd recommend this because it seems to create a lot of tension in your neck and shoulders. So I would try either maybe one of these, or maybe even do it with your other smaller fingers. You can maybe leave the index finger out of it, or this method. Okay? So we're going to try one of those. I prefer this one, okay? And then we're going to do our all 4 strings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to start changing chords. So I'm going to try adding an A after this. Now I'm going to go to that A. Now back to that D. Now to a G. Now to a D. To an A. To a D. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now I'm going to play it again one more time, and I'm not going to count out the chords for you. I'm just going to play it how it should sound. So. Alright, so I wanted to show you that particular pattern because it's in a 4/4 time signature, so it works with a lot of songs. Anything that, you know, is rock and roll or blues based generally will work with that, and you just need to make sure that it's slow enough so it sounds good with finger picking. So a great example of a song that works well with this finger picking pattern is Bob Dylan's "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right." And I've laid out a little tab for finger picking with that, which my intro to finger picking students got in their workshop, but I will make that link available to you as well so that you can download it for free and follow along. Okay, please don't yell at me though, because I made this in Pages. It's not an official tab program, so I tried to make it as clear as possible. But in any case, I'm just going to go through the first verse using the finger picking pattern that I laid out, and that way you can play the first verse and use the tab and see if you can follow along. I'm not going to go through all the verses because it gets pretty long and it's all the same. So once you've got the first verse down, you've got all the rest of them too. Okay, but in the PDF that you can download, you will be able to find all the verses and all the tab laid out, so you'll just be able to follow along completely. Okay? All right, so I'm going to stand back up so you can see my fingers. So we're going to start with a C. Okay, so that was the first verse, and I didn't sing along with it, so this time I will, so that way you can either play with the version where I sing and you can sing along with me, or you can play the other version that I just did and then keep repeating it over and over again until you get it. Okay, so you have your choices. All right. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. And it ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, it'll never do somehow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, got your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Alright, that's it for our second finger picking pattern, which is, I don't think I ever told you, it is called the forward roll, but with 4 fingers. Alright, stay tuned for our next video because we have more coming up. Alright, bye.